So, today I will be talking about a D&D supplement that I have found like yesterday for free. You can get it on I think it's GM Binder that you can find it on for free called Steel and Sinew. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But basically what it is it's a supplement for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition that allows you to make your world a lot more brutal and a lot more unforgiving. It adds things like a new health system, injuries, infections, insanity, new classes that fit the world a lot better, and most importantly, and what we're talking about today, is the classes. But before we even start talking about the classes, one of the very important things about this is the new health system that I have to explain. There is a new health system which relies on stamina. And what I mean by that is instead of just having health, you have a stamina pool as well. And if someone attacks you and gets past your armor and gets a hit on you, it doesn't actually hit your health first. It deals damage to your stamina, which I think is really cool because not only does that mean that your characters are more realistic but still survivable, it adds this almost choreographed feeling to D&D combat, which is very much needed. Um, because instead of just walking up to someone and smacking them until their health goes down, like it's Skyrim, it's closer to a game like The Witcher or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you have to break the enemy's guard first, or their stamina, and then you can hit them and actually start to deal damage. Now that I've explained that, I can start explaining the thing that the video is actually about, which is the classes. Uh, now, so first off is the Brigand. The Brigand is a ignoble survivor who knows that battles aren't won by fighting fair. They're essentially this world's version of rogues. Uh, they have a stamina die of D6. They, which is basically uh, how much damage is blocked off by the stamina. They have next up is the Marshal. The Marshal is a leader of men whose words, deeds, and in some cases mere presence is enough to inspire victory. They're, they have also a D6 in stamina, and their primary ability is charisma, whether that be intimidation or persuasion. That's up to your character concept. That next is the Scholar. Scholars are educated folk that apply their scholarly knowledge in practical situations. Um, they have a bit of a worse stamina die with a D4, and their primary ability is intelligence. Next is the Slayer. Slayers are makers of war and ruin, revered and feared in equal measure by lesser fighters. They have a much greater stamina die of D10. Their primary ability is strength. And next is the Wanderer. Wanderers are experienced travelers that are most at home on the road or in the harsh wilderness. Uh, they have a stamina die of D8, better than some, worse than 1. And their main primary ability is wisdom. Next is the Warrior. Trained soldiers unrivaled in their skill in battle and combat experience. They have a D8 stamina die, and their primary ability is strength or dexterity. It depends on the weapon you're using and the character concept that you want to build.